Okay. My appearance is wacky up here, but I don't think you guys care. Anyway, merge and game. There is a lot of info that I was just given literally right off the bat. So basically the whole ordeal over on Chain Chomp is that most people over there really hate Bear, and Bear is basically the reason why Bear is still here. So apparently he's been just farming the hell out of advantages. So it was the Billy Tribal where he was supposed to go home, and then he idled himself apparently. So that's fun. Eaton told me that Bear played that Eaton told me that at least one advantage was played at each Chain Chomp Tribal. But at the moment, the only thing I know about is that Bear played an idol at the Billy Tribal, and Billy went home with only 2 votes. So Billy was robbed. Yeah. Good luck on your retirement, Billy, because I've been hearing you were going to retire. Have fun. Yeah, so... And then I think Justin told me that Bear also technically had a hand in voting Ben out, and I'm assuming that's with another advantage. And then Eaton told me that 3 advantages were played at the Joshua Tribal, but again, I don't know what exactly, so I'm gonna have to try and like see what I can get out of other people just so I get an understanding of like what was happening over there on Chain Chomp, because like, you know, I don't know, like most people that were over on Chain Chomp, like I either haven't seen since the very beginning of this game, or like, you know, I'm meeting them for the first time in this game, or in Ethan's case, I haven't seen him in many rounds. So I guess it kind of files in with like, you know, beginning of this game. Yeah, since Ben and Joshua are taken out, so oh my god, Bear and I are literally the only Peach Tribe members left. Okay, well, basically, there's Dino, who's gunning for Bear, and then I think probably Justin and Eaton will also want to go for Bear. So I told Ova and Boatman, like, as long as Bear doesn't win immunity again and he doesn't play like whatever other fucking advantages he has, like, I've been told by several people that Bear has like a gazillion advantages, which is like, okay, that's great. Good to know. So yeah, basically, as long as Bear doesn't win immunity and he doesn't play any other advantages, he will be an easy merge boot. I think there's still a decent amount that I need to learn. Like, we literally just merged, so like, you know, there's time. But yeah. And then Justin was also talking to me about the twists and advantages left in this game, basically. So Justin thinks that the shield is back, but I think the only season 5 advantage would probably be the spyglass. Though I'm not too sure about that, because I don't know if it's like 1 advantage per season or if it's like several advantages from past seasons are back in the game now. Because like, you know, I don't know what's out there besides the bravery card I have still, which I don't even know if I'm ever going to use that, I'm be honest. And then the spyglass. If the shield is back, that's really fucked up. Fuck the shield. I will forever stand by that. I love you, Vivivivor hosts, but dear God, never do anything like the shield again. I think just the very fact that crafting materials do in fact exist again in this game terrifies me, because God, Season 5's advantages were really something else. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was able to make a great play with them. Like, I took out Dino, who played a bunch of his advantages, and I just got people to play more of their advantages to get Dino out. So, like, I told Justin, like, I've taken out people with advantages before. Like, I was obviously referencing the Dino boot from last season. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I could probably find a way to work around Bear. It's just a matter of like what the fuck else is out there and who has it, right? Because Joshua's gone now, and I know he had the 1-up mushroom, but also the 1-up mushroom was a pretty useless advantage, like, not gonna lie, because that literally nullified only one vote, and in the case of a Bear vote, I don't really think there would be a difference of one vote that would make that, like, a completely necessary advantage to have. So, like, I'm fine with that advantage being out the door. Um, there's also forbidden knowledge that I've heard about. I don't really know what it does, though. I think I'm gonna have to ask Boatman about that, because I think Boatman knows about the I lost my train of thought. I think Boatman knows about the forbidden knowledge. So, like, I actually went to go get the forbidden knowledge advantage, but Villager told me that I would lose my vote. And even though I am normally pretty confident when it comes to tribal councils, like, I knew that we were most likely going to be going into merge here. And, like, losing your vote at the first merge vote is not something you want to do. Like, I think, who was it? Fucking Emily from Survivor 45, like, I think she put the scenario of losing your vote in the best words. Like, losing your vote is, like, one of the worst possible things that can happen to you in Survivor. I've never lost my vote once, not in all, this is my 7th org, not in all the orgs I've ever played. Like, I've never lost my vote yet, so I would like to keep that streak up. But, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot going on. And then Justin also told me about what happened when they got auto-elimed, which also wasn't really even an elimination. So basically, Justin had the option of either walking from the game, doing a challenge, or losing his vote, right? So Justin decided to lose his vote, and now Justin's back in the game. So I don't know, it just makes me wonder, like, what's gonna happen with the fucking princess cycles and shit. Because, like, this is supposed to be a Merelda cycle. So it's just a matter of, like, do 2 people still get to go to exile? And if they do, is the person that won individual immunity gonna choose who to send to exile? And then also, are the people that get sent to exile going to be able to skip out on tribal council and it'll basically just be a safety without power, right? So I don't know. There's a lot of theorizing going on here, like, just a lot of speculation basically about who's messaging me. Oh, Justin. No idea why Billy was targeted. He literally just was. That's good to know. Well, to be fair, Justin told me that. No, not Justin. Somebody told me that Billy only went out with 2 votes to his name because, like, Bear played an idol. So, I mean, obviously, Bear probably had something against Billy, and then if it was 2 votes, then it makes me wonder, like, was an extra vote played by Bear, or was somebody working with Bear? I feel like there's a lot of information missing at the moment, but also, like, I've been given a lot of information, right? So, I have a rough idea of, like, what the fuck was happening over on Chain Chomp, and, like, the fact that, Bear is now a huge fucking threat, like, oh, okay. Thank you, Justin, for always giving me every single piece of game information you have. Okay, so Justin says, here are the advantages I know of. Dance in the Moonlit Night Hypercard. 1-up Mushroom, I already knew about that one. Kindness Soul, Apple. I'm assuming I'm about to get the descriptions of what these all do. Okay, so if there's an apple, then that probably means that there are more season 5 advantages, which means there is the potential of the shield returning, which terrifies me. Because if that shield isn't being played in my favor, then that's not great. Yeah, no. Preferably, I would like to have that shield in my hands, but also, like, I'm not gonna lie. The fact about like this is obviously like another very advantage heavy season, and like I don't really have many advantages, right? So, the idol is the apple. Okay, so I'm assuming that's not like enchanted or anything, so it's just like a normal fucking apple as an idol, which I think is really funny. Just imagining real life Survivor with someone just like pulling out an actual fucking apple, walking up to Jeff Probst and going, I would like to play this. You know, it reminds me of when Adam Klein tried to play the fucking vote podium. Like the fucking emblem on the podium. And then Justin also just said the one with a long ass name, so that's the Dance of the Moonlit Night hypercard, is a special extra vote. When you use it the round before, the amount of votes you got plus 1 is how many votes you have. One up mushroom I already knew about. Kindness soul, you can grant immunity to somebody else. Ooh. Okay. Alright. I'm assuming Justin's gonna go run and tell this to Ova. I'm assuming we're gonna have a repeat of season 5 here. It's just actually beneficial for me because I'm actually working with Ova this time around. So, like, you know, anything that Justin says to Ova is gonna be relayed back to me, and just anything that Justin tells me, I'm probably just gonna relay back to Ova, and honestly, Boatman as well. Like, I don't see myself betraying them for a while, but I do know that at some point I am gonna have to betray them. So, you know, I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna type up a response to that later, because I'm busy focusing on recording this. So, there's a lot to do going into the merge here, basically. So, like, I'm learning about what happened on Ching Chomp. I need to talk to other people, specifically Lay and Zach, because I've not talked to them once. Zach, I have talked to in other places like Nitro or Gamir, or because that's where I know him from. It's just a matter of him actually replying to me. Lay, I want to meet in general. Lay's literally the only other girl left, right? Yeah. Oh. I find it funny how in a lot of orgs I always end up being like one of the last girls standing. I don't know why, but that's always like really funny to me. So yeah. And then I think my game plan for like these first few rounds here is probably just to like let people know what happened at the Avery Tribal, because like, you know, you gotta establish that like, because I don't want to work with like, you know, fucking Fu or Eric anymore. Well, I never wanted to work with Fu to begin with, but I don't want to work with Eric anymore, right? So I think like the best case scenario for me is to just like slightly push out their names. So like in the event that Bear does play something, we can just shift the target over to Fu or Eric. But if Justin doesn't know why Billy was targeted, then that scares me, because that means Bear can just place a target on whoever he fucking wants. I just grabbed a strand of my hair and pulled it down. That was funny. Bear can basically just like put a target on whoever he wants and like whatever advantages he has. Like, he can pretty much just fucking send that person out, right? Because he has a lot of advantages. Okay, so I'm assuming Justin knows about most of this from whatever happened on Ching Chomp, because I'm assuming this is shit that was played. So if the apple is the idol, then Bear probably played the apple. I don't know if that's re-hidden again or whatever. Dance in the Moonlit Night Hypercard. I don't know about that. The one-up mushroom very well could have been played by Joshua. I don't know for sure, but that's probably out of the game now. Kindness Soul, that might have been played as well, because like it's just gonna be like a matter of like, okay, this is the info I have, these are the missing pieces I have, let's try to piece together the puzzle, right? So basically, overall, a lot of fucking advantages. Targeting Bear, gonna get people to like, you know, probably target Fu and Eric too. And then I think from there it's just gonna be like a matter of figuring out what to do next. And it's also just gonna be a matter of like who I connect the most with and whatnot. Because I feel like once I at the very least get out once I get out those three, Bear, Fu, and Eric, like I'm content. But after that, it's just gonna be a matter of like figuring out like, okay, who's gonna be best for me to take out from my game, right? Because I don't really have a lot of connections with other people. I'm working closely with Ova and Boatman. Justin tells me everything. I'm assuming Dino's gonna tell me a lot too, because I'm gonna be real, I don't think much has changed from Dino. Especially not when he's talking to me. So, you know, yeah, once I get past those first three people, it's just gonna be a matter of figuring out like where I'm at in the game and like who I think would be best to take out. But also like that's several rounds into the future, and like, you know, it's never good to be thinking that far into the future. So for now, plan is target Bear, but then also target Fu and Eric. Should be good to go. But yeah, so that's just like, this is just kind of like a little video confessional updating you all on like what's happened so far at this merge vote. I think the game's definitely going to get a lot more interesting now that we've merged, and I'm not just like, you know, winning a bunch of tribe immunities and sitting there not really doing anything because nobody tells me anything interesting, or I can't hold interesting conversations with people. I don't know if Knight wants to work with me or not. Knight's giving me some strange replies. Knight's an interesting person, for sure. But yeah, my computer just turned off, which means that's going to be it. So yeah, see you later.